This is my clone army, and it has over 1,000 minifigures. It is led by me, 2 Captain Rexes. One of them is official, and one of them is also official, but has some custom accessories. 2 Commander Codys, 2 more Commander Codys that are actually phase 1 that are a lot more rare, and then 4 Captain Vaughns. I also put the Bad Batch up here because there's really no other good place for them. Also, Omega is technically a clone, but we'll just throw her over there for now. And of course, I've got to give credit to Django and the Kaminoans for making all of this possible. On this second base plate, I have a ton of clones from the new battle pack. I bought, I believe, 8 of these, and one of them is actually modded to be Wilco. I used a custom Printech pauldron for it, and then there's also 2 gunners right here. You can see some of the shock troopers as well. I'm very glad LEGO made this battle pack, and I'm probably gonna get a lot more. Behind them, we have 35 501st clone troopers that I accumulated probably mostly in 2020 and 2021. And then we also got a bunch of jet troopers behind them, as well as some clones from the new 501st battle pack, which I don't quite like as much, but at least the heavies are decent for army building. To their right, we have some 332nd troopers, and a lot of these are from the new 332nd battle pack, but 2 of them are from the AAT. I love these ones without helmet holes because they just look so much more accurate, and the printing is a little bit better too. We have some more orange clones with the 212th Legion. We have some of the new ones and some of the old ones, and we even have some in between. These ones right here are kind of a mix in between them because it has the old legs with the new torso. I bought these at Brick World Chicago. Very interesting. And of course, we have some airborne troopers, including this one, which is actually really expensive, from the General Grievous Starfighter, and a bunch of them from the old battle pack. On the third base plate, we have, what is this? More 212 troopers. These are the light orange ones from the Umbaran Mobile Heavy Cannon, and they're actually worth quite a bit. Next to them are 4 Mace Windu airborne troopers, as well as a bunch of just regular Mace Windu troopers. These are from the Republic fighter tank, which I have quite a few of them just laying around right here. To their left is my favorite clone gunner that LEGO has ever made, and behind him you can see there's another one that's kind of a mix of a gunner and a grunt clone trooper. The helmet is ever so slightly yellow. It's so unfortunate. We also have some Kashyyyk troopers, including these Kashyyyk scout troopers. The helmet mold is so unique. I hope LEGO makes these again. There's also a little clone pilot that's just chilling in the back. Next to him, there are these airborne troopers that are really unique, that came in a battle pack probably around 2014. We also have these clones, which are really rare. I wish LEGO made more of these guys, but they only came in like a poly bag or something. I'm also super fortunate to have 3 Commander Neos. I actually got one of them myself, and then the other 2 were just for my birthday. A huge shout out to those people who gave them to me, because now he's worth a lot of money. Behind them is a clone who just forgot his armor, it looks like. On this base plate, we have 2 Senate Commandos, and these are actually the rare ones because they're the Clone Wars version that did come in the battle pack. We've got a random Avengers clone. I don't know why that clone exists, and a clone pilot, which I think is actually worth a decent amount. Of course, I've got 2 Commander Grease as well, and 2 of these clone captains that I decked out in custom armor pieces. There are also 36 of these modern Phase 1 clones. Behind these guys are the realistic style Phase 1 clones. I believe I have around the same amount of them. There's also a Sergeant and this random damaged one that someone really tried to customize, and I don't think it worked. To his left are 15 more clone commanders. I don't know why LEGO thought we wanted a lot of these in our armies. Get your nostalgia receptors ready, because there are 36 Phase 1 clones from the OG Clone Wars era, including a few of these jet troopers. They're basically the same thing, but they just have a white jetpack. Next to them are 5 clone gunners, of course, from that iconic battle pack, and this ARC trooper. I really wish LEGO went a little further with this style, because the modern clones just don't quite look right with the helmet hole placement, in my opinion. I know I've said some bad things about this helmet in the past, but I do appreciate that the helmet holes are placed really well, and the visor does look really good on this. We also got some Bomb Squad and some Horn Company and some Horn Company ARF troopers, who all came in the same set, but for some reason I have way more ARF troopers. I think I bought a bunch of them in a lot, as well as some Rancor Battalion ARF troopers who came in the same set as this guy. Okay, it's time for my confession. I have almost 150 OG clones. I think I may be addicted. As you can tell, I love the white ones the most, just the plain white ones, but I also bought a bunch of these ones, which are technically different. They're the Swamp Speeder variant, and they're more expensive, but at the same time, at the time I was buying all these, they were like around $5 to $7, so I don't feel as bad, but at the same time, I also have some really expensive OG clones, including this one that doesn't even really fit in place because he's so freaking huge because of his jetpack. These green ones are really expensive as well. I think they're at least $40 per figure, except for this one, which is actually a magnet trooper, so that one's a little less expensive. We've got some recon troopers, which go for, I think, around 15, maybe 20 bucks by now. And okay, the pilots, they're actually pretty inexpensive. If you want to build an army of pilots, I don't see why not. It's pretty inexpensive compared to like buying like these guys or something. Yes, I do still have more OG clones. We have some 327 Starco troopers, and these ones with the pauldrons are actually really expensive. I think they're also around 40 bucks, except for this one, which has like a custom pauldron from MicahNike Toys. I'd highly recommend buying one of those if you want to make them look more expensive in your collection. We've got 3 of those expensive ones and then 9 of the normal ones, 3 OG shock troopers with white legs, and 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 of the other shock troopers. Yep, literally the only difference is the legs. Next to them, we have 3 pad printed OG customs, and I really love the look of these guys. An OG 212th trooper and an OG 501st trooper. Lego, why didn't you make these? And I'm not gonna yap about every single clone in these 2 rows, but I made quite a few OG Phase 2 customs over the years. And these guys are from a video I did a while ago where I made a clone army in 7 days from scratch. So these guys came in clutch in that video, okay? OG clones for the win, guys. And you can't appreciate OG Phase 2 clones without also appreciating the OG Phase 1 clones, which I also made these guys in the same video. Look, we caught bro slacking. Right next to them are some OG Phase 1 clone commandos because I just didn't sand off the visor to make it actual commando. So I guess it's a Phase 1 commando if that's a thing. To the right of the commandos, we have 2 recon troopers, a medic, and a wolfpack trooper. We also have a shock trooper, 2 Camino security, and whatever the heck this guy is, 2 more regular Phase 1 clones, and 2 442nd troopers. The last OG Phase 1 clones are Rex, Cody, and 2 212th troopers. I also made a bunch of Grunt Phase 2 clones that are battle damaged. We have a few more back here, including these guys, which, to be honest, the customs look a lot better than the official version because the printing is actually in the right spot. Of course, some Grunt Airborne troopers, some commandos, which Lego still really needs to make, and 99. We have even more of a variety on this faceplate, including Rex and Wolf from Star Wars Rebels and Captain Vaughn. Even more commandos, including these front 2, which I think if Lego were to make commandos, they should look exactly like this. Lego made Phase 1 Horn Company troopers, but not Phase 2, and I think it would be so cool if Lego would have made something like this, or eventually if they make something like this. I also made this decked out 501st trooper, which took ages to make. We also have a 442nd trooper, Commander Gree, and Commander Cody. To the right, we have Thorn, another version of Thorn who doesn't have a visor for some reason, and this shock trooper. Of course, we have more Codys, including these Imperial Commander Codys. I personally think this one looks the best out of the batch. We also have 3 Commander Gray, Commander Bly, Commander Devis, I think he was a commander, I'm not sure about that, and a 327th Star Corps trooper. It would have been pretty cool to see him in a battle pack with these other figures. Some more clones that Lego never made is a Camino security trooper. This clone right here, which is a grunt, that is an AP2 form. I wish Lego would have made that, and I guess Lego did make this guy right here. A grunt airborne trooper and 2 regular Phase 2 pilots, which Lego made a Phase 2 pilot before, but not a grunt version. We've also got some plain ARC troopers over to the right. It would be so cool to see Lego make these. I'm gonna just let you look at this section because this is a massive variety that comes from BD bricks, Bendel bricks, Brick Critic, and Thicky Bricky. We're gonna take a break from Decaled minifigures for a while, and here are some MicahNike Toys and CAC printed minifigures. We have a few Rexes and some 501st, including 5s and Echo. We've got some specialty troopers led by Boomer. Yeah, that's right, his name is actually Boomer, by the way. Captain Vaughn and some 332nd, followed by more 501st and a recolored version of Captain Vaughn. A 212th Airborne Trooper, which is actually a lot cheaper than the official version, version because it does have an official helmet, but everything else is custom printed. We've got some more 212th troopers, including Cody and Waxer Boyle, Commander Thorn, Commander Fox, Captain Fordo, and some shock troopers back here. We've got Hauser as well, 3 different variations that are just slightly different from each other. Back here we have Gregor and Mayday and a bunch of kind of random looking grunt sort of troopers. Going back to the front though, we have Devis and some Starcore troopers. Yes, I do have some Doom troopers, and they are followed by Obi-Wan. One of them doesn't have a head. Dude, I don't even know what's going on here. And look right here, we have some Domino Squad. We've got number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't know what their names are based on their numbers. And we've got a variety of ARC troopers back here, which were also on Camino at that time, and don't ask me their names. I get them all mixed up. And I've still got a lot to show you. There are 2 base plates left. Captain Rex's row is actually all pad printed, which means it is the same exact quality printing as official Lego. Rex is followed by a 332nd trooper, a shock trooper, 2 more shock troopers that are Christmas themed, a phase 1 501st trooper, and a phase 1 212th trooper, which I really wish Lego would have made those minifigs. We've also got Thorn right here. I'm not a big fan of his helmet, but it is pad printed, so the quality is pretty good. We have a vast variety of different figures that are similar, but the only difference is their helmets are pad printed, but their bodies just aren't quite as high quality printing. Then we've got the controversial row, aka Republic Bricks. That's all I gotta say about that. But these guys are actually from GCC, and I love the printing quality on these helmets. What the heck is Rex looking? Wait, what the heck is this? Back to some more Decaled minifigures. We have a ton of Rexes that are based on the actual official style AP2 Rex. If you want to try decaling one of these yourself, you can buy some of the decals from JoeNike Toys. We've got some more Rexes right next to them that are just ever so slightly different versions. Captain Vaughn, if Lego would have made Captain Vaughn like this, I would have been so freaking happy. I mean, he still came in a battle pack though. We also have some 332nd troopers, 5s and Echo, and some more named 501st troopers from the Umbara arc, a 501st Airborne trooper, Bark trooper, Heavy trooper, regular 501st trooper with battle damage and arm printing, and a Jet trooper, which is kind of like an alternative version that Lego could have made. And then we have some more repeat figures that I kind of already mentioned, except this version of Jesse is different. Yes, there are more 501st customs, and this is the last group, but I'd like to specifically point out that Lego has not made a Hawk figure yet. I think that would be so cool for them to make. Just more pilots in general would be cool. And this is not a regular 501st trooper, this is Apo. If Lego would have made Commander Fox something like this, that would be so much more satisfying. I really like this custom. We've got another group of shock troopers over here, including some battle damage versions that I think would look really cool if Lego made, and yet another airborne trooper. Here's another Neo and 91st trooper, 2 442nd troopers, a 13th captain, and some more troopers from the 32nd or whatever the heck, 13th Legion. There's too many legions. And an Anaxis trooper, aka the real Mace Windu trooper. We also have Bly and some more 327th Legion. I put helmet holes on this one because this is kind of a little bit what Lego might do, except they won't add the cloth, obviously. We also have more 212 back here, including these guys, which are based off of the new 501st Battle Pack. It's just like a 212th version of it. Of course, Captain Hauser, this time with helmet holes, and some more troopers from the Bad Batch. We've got some more commandos, including Scorch. Yes, again from the Bad Batch, except the rest of these are from like what, Republic Commando. And then this guy is either a 41st Elite or 9th Assault based on Revenge of the Sith. We also have some 187th variants and some Camino security troopers. I especially love the animated style. It looks so freaking good, especially since Lego made a shock trooper that looks a little bit like this. And this one is ARC Trooper Blitz. Roast me in the comments if I'm wrong. And some more Doom Troopers. Now this guy is from the 41st, and I think he's technically the real 41st Elite Corps, so this might be 9th Assault. And here it is, the bulk of my Wolfpack troopers. There are a lot of named clones right here, but I'm guessing a lot of you guys would really like to see Commander Wolf. This is what it would look like if Lego made him, except they would probably print the comma, but other than that, I'm pretty sure he'd look like this. We also have some desert variants, which look really cool. Behind them are some very special clones that I'm actually selling on my website. So if you want to buy any of these minifigures that I'm about to talk about, then just click this QR code right here or click the link in the description. MicahNike.com is where you can buy them. At the moment, I have 7 Commander Thorns that will hopefully be in stock by the time I upload this video, 2 ARC Trooper Echoes, 4 Captain Hausers. These ones are based on Season 3 of the Bad Batch. We also have 4 Commander Blys in stock, and yes, they will have macro binoculars that actually have a line line on them. The black line on macros is one thing that LEGO really missed, and I hope they fix that eventually, but in the meantime, customs are here to save the day. I also have some upgraded versions of the AP2 Rex. These ones have a rangefinder and arm printing, and yes, the helmets are official LEGO. My favorite minifigures on the website are these 501st Bark Troopers. We also still have one Wolfpack Bark Trooper in stock. We've got some 501st Airborne Troopers and some 212th Airborne Troopers. These are much cheaper than the official versions, and the only parts that aren't official are the helmets, but the clutch power is still really good. I can shake it, nothing happens. It's still on there. And these clones right here are similar to this one, but they actually have arm printing. They're based on Revenge of the Sith. If you notice a bunch of grunt clone troopers in Revenge of the Sith, they actually might be these guys if you look a little closer. Behind them are some realistic 501st troopers and Boyle. That's right, Waxer is sold out, so we only have 2 Boyles now. And these guys are all blind bags. All of these guys are available in $10 blind bags, and these guys are available separately in this listing. Just to briefly show the vehicles, we have a gunship, some TX-130s, including this one, which is an older version, the Bad Batch shuttle. We have some ATTEs and some more TX-130s. After watching videos like this, a lot of people get a little self-conscious about their clone armies. So if you're feeling that way, I'd like to help you tackle that issue in this video right here. It's just a really down-to-earth talk on my second channel about it. It shows a lot of things that go on behind the scenes for YouTubers with large armies like me and people who have even larger armies than me, just to help you feel a little bit better about your clone army size and not feeling like you have to go into debt to get an army like this.